What is up, everyone? I wanted to make an update of this statue. It is a 1/6 scale arbiter. It's going with that Master Chief, if you saw that video. So I'm going to show the statue, but I wanted to mention I had mentioned in the last video, if you watched it, that the clear that I use is ridiculously awesome. It really is. So I've been using this clear forever, clear coat. It's still the best clear coat I've ever used. I've used this Army Painter stuff, and I just don't care for it, whether it's the same shit or not. This stuff always leaves a haze on the swords. So I just stopped using it. I used it because it was all I had at the time. I ran out of this. However, this is, now I'm just going to say this. I used to, my brother gave me this right here. And then one day I gave him this to use. I didn't even say anything. And he came and said, wow, this stuff is way better. It doesn't even leave any kind of haze on my stuff. So, that's two people that said the same exact thing. I can't say anything bad about their paints. I've never used them. So I can't say anything. But as far as this goes, I don't know what to say. At least for me, doing this stuff, it didn't work well. So I got this, but now I found something that is even better than this. And the reason why it's better is because it's the exact same thing. The difference is this is meant to go to an airbrush. Or I guess I painted it on before. I put it in like a bunch of water, painted on it. Worked well. I mean, it always works well. In fact, the sword that he's holding right now is done with it. That's not really the sword for the arbiter because his arm is actually right here. I just have that in because I have I don't know why I have that. It's like a spare arm that I can use for, pictures, whatever, because I actually had somebody ask me why the arm's missing. And I get it, but it's because, you can't, that hand's not going to stay in. I used to actually ship it with the hand loose, just like this. And I don't anymore. I ship it with the arm and the hand because, I hate that it has to be done. But I've shipped an arbiter like this before, just like you see it, and it arrived safely. But I think that the chances of it arriving safely go down drastically when it's assembled. So I know that, and I'm not speaking for anyone specific, I just can tell you that there were a couple customers that I made a video for to show them how to put the hand in, and not because they're dumb. It's because, and I can't show you right now, but when you put this piece in, it kind of moves a little bit. So if you're not looking carefully, you can glue it together with a big gap between his wrists. It's supposed to be like that, and it's very simple. You cannot tell when you're looking at it from the top. You got to look underneath, and I didn't want anybody to have that happen, and so I just made a video on YouTube for them, and just because it just was easier. So now I ship it with the whole arm, so it'll be like this with the sword on, because guess what, this glues in and you don't have to. It's actually easier. This is something you can glue and leave it. The sword, you got to hold it, and you may think, oh, it's only a couple seconds, but that's not true. Sometimes it doesn't stick right away. I try not to paint on this area as much as possible, and so usually I'll sand it before I ship it so that there's no paint on it, unless I forget. Which is, it won't hurt this, but when you're doing this little tiny thing here, it could matter. Super glue and paint, you shouldn't really paint where you're going to glue. I would ship these whole things unassembled if somebody was willing to glue it all together, because then it would cost much less shipping. The only problem I have with that is that, these pieces, yes, they fit together right, but occasionally there's like it just happens, it's just printing, you get like a little gap or something, it's just the way it is. But so, again, let me go back to the clear coat real quick. So what I wanted to show is the clear coat that I use now is this same one. It's just way better because it comes in a spray can. It blows this away, and this is the best one I've ever used. And it's just better. I don't know how else to say it except for You use the spray can. It goes on so quickly, and it covers without, you just can't miss it. And it works super fast, and it works very, very well. Way better than this does through an airbrush. It's just my opinion, and I'm not going to change it. This right here was sprayed with the can. This is the Master Chiefs from Campaign Evolved sword. This is actually going to be going on. No, actually, you know what? I have another one that's going on the model. I actually hope to paint that thing, at least paint the green part of it soon, so I can put it for sale. I'm not going to paint it like that one that's over there. It's just going to get a green paint, some wash, and like a little, it's going to get a little bit of weathering and battle damage. Not like that. That one's like a next level work. That is only for people who want to spend the extra money on it. I do offer them in 2 different ways. So, but yeah, you can see the difference if you saw I mean, look at it's crazy to look at that one. I mean, this one looks fine. You know what? I can't remember if I sprayed that one with this stuff, but this is insane. It's just crazy, like how good it works and how, you know, you can see it. You can put it up right here. I mean, it's beautiful. It does have a little printing issue right there. A lot of them get that. Excuse me, because there was no. I know why. I had to fix it. There was no supports in the little corner, and it kept messing up for a year. It's been over like a year and a half. I couldn't figure out what it was. You know, but it's still. I mean, I don't know if this is not one that I fixed. No, it's definitely not. It would have the little pieces on it. So, but it's still not bad. You know, you can wet sand that a little bit. I mean, it's an energy sword. Does it have to be fucking perfect? It's wobbly. So, but this is a beautiful piece that's just showing you how good the clear coat is. It is really good. Look, that shit's crazy. So, I've been using it on everything. I think this is actually the other Chief one that I sprayed. It's so much easier to use. It might be. I don't even fucking know. It might be on the floor in the other room. And here's another one that has, like I said, it has that little issue right there, but a little wet sanding, and it'll be more even. This side's fine. These were printed without this extra supports. I didn't realize it was missing all this time. And I would get some that came out good, but almost all of them came out with that bullshit. I had one that was so bad, I'm not even joking. It probably looked worse than that. And I took resin and I used my UV flashlight and I built up the resin. See the difference is between clear and other resin. With that clear resin, I can build up resin with the flashlight and just keep dropping it on there and make like a crazy fat bump. And you cannot even tell once it's sanded down. It looks like one piece again. It's crazy how much different it is than regular resin. And I fixed the sword, and it looks fucking great. Honestly, I actually sold it, and no, you couldn't even tell. And I wouldn't sell it if it had any issues. I would sell them like this, but I'll wet sand them a little bit, you know, because they're not really bad. Actually, this sword's good. What am I showing? This one came out perfect. Like these ones. With that little bit right there, one side, like I said, once you wet sand it and put a little resin on there, you can't tell. It's the same thing as a printing normal. You're just fixing it. So, but yeah, that clear coat in the spray can, the Vallejo gloss spray, even the regular one, the matte finish works way better too. It's crazy how good it is, though. I highly recommend it. So, but here, let's look at this real quick. So this is a customer's Arbiter. Came out really good. He will have the carbine on his back. So, and there's his plasma rifle. So, and then it's gonna have this on it. I think I showed this the other day. I actually can't remember. I think it was before it's weathered. So this is gonna go on his back here. And then he will have grenades that are printing right now with the Master Chief shotgun. I thought I had a shotgun, but there was something wrong with it, so I had to reprint it. And so, yeah, so this is arm, and then I'll make sure I probably give him that really nice sword that's over there. But yeah, so I just wanted to show the Arbiter, and like I said, the clear is really good. This Arbiter has been Shit, I pressed the button. Sorry. There you go. He's been weathered and everything. He's been resanded, repainted, weathered. His face was done. I didn't weather his face yet. I did his helmet, but I didn't do his face because I got to do a little touch up on his skin on his face. It got when I had to sand something right there, it got scuffed a little, so I gotta put that on, and then I will weather his face. I always weather his mouth because I don't want it to look like he just came out of the dentist. That is not right looking. He shouldn't have sparkly teeth. Not that they got to be on the, anyway, if you look at my other work, you'll see how they look. But yeah, so then pretty much what's left of him is just painting his plasma rifle, his grenades, and then mounting them. And then the chief, what's left on him is painting his shotgun when it's done, and then mounting that with his plasma or his Halo 3 Magnum that's got to be painted. So it's not very much left to do. I'm just waiting for the files. I'd rather do them all together because I have other stuff I got to do. I like to do them in a group, especially when it's for one person, and that's why I was working on this. And then I'll go back and finish this off hopefully the next day or two, and ready to ship out to the customer. I cannot wait for him to get it, and he's gonna be happy, I'm sure. Yeah, so that's all I got to say about this, and hopefully the next time you see these two clowns, they'll be ready to go. I always do a final video of them when they're all dressed up in their Sunday's best with their weapons. And if you're interested in ordering a pair, you let me know. And I am, as if you saw the other day, I started making weapons. There's the sniper gun over there. I'm testing a DMR right now, and so hopefully that comes out good. I'll know tomorrow, and I'll be adding that to the weapons, and I'm going to be offering a gravity hammer. I got to mess with that sniper. I got the plasma rifle, the Magnum, needler. Now, if I do a needler, it's not going to be with clear needles. That is, I'm making these so that you guys can paint them, not me. I do sell them painted, but they're all going to be offered unpainted, so that other Halo fans who maybe don't have a way to print them can get themselves a nice weapon and paint them up how they want it to look. But if you don't want to, I can also do that for a little extra. And yeah, so that's my plan, because not everybody can afford or want to spend a lot of money on one of these statues, but they would love to have a couple weapons. I've been hearing people have been asking me to do weapons for a long time now, so I finally got around to doing it. The reason why I didn't do it before is because there's a lot of problems with the files for weapons. They're just not really made for printing on a resin printer as one piece. They're just not. Yeah, anybody can tell me they are. That's not true. Now, I'm not saying there aren't files out there that can. I just haven't bought them. They probably cost a lot of money. I've seen some weapon packs out there, but I don't even know what the files are like. They might be for cosplay, all of them, for all I know. I should look into that, because I do not mind, printing them for people and selling them. If I can get my hands on a group of cool weapons, of course I'm gonna start printing them bitches quick, because people have been asking for them, and I have no problem making them. Love to help people out, and so don't forget to like, follow, share, and join my Patreon. Once I hit 500 people on my Patreon, it's $7 a month, so it's like $84 for an entire year. Once it gets up to only 500 patrons, I will give away a free statue, including the shipping, to whoever wins the drawing. And it's a great way to support my work, especially, for $7 a month. It's, if you can't or you don't want to spend money on a full statue, you could possibly win one for free, just by spending $7 a month, which is honestly not that much money. So don't forget to like, follow, share, and peace. Hope you like this Arbiter. I always love doing Arbiters. I mean, I don't love doing them, but they always look cool, is what I mean. And I definitely have some cool shit coming soon, so keep a lookout.